Hawaii's SNAP and WIC programs will begin working together to support families across the states.
Now, WIC complements the SNAP program by serving pregnant and postpartum women, as well as infants and children under the age of 5 who are at nutritional risk and meet income requirements. Through a federal referral process, SNAP now shares monthly referrals with WIC to help identify Hawaii families who may qualify but are not yet enrolled. WIC staff will reach out to eligible families to schedule an appointment.